Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Good evening. My name is Mackenzie Johnson, and as the Vice President of the senior class, I would like to welcome you to the 90th commencement ceremony for the Ross High School. Thank you for being here this evening to be a part of such a momentous occasion. It is now my pleasure to introduce the principal of Ross High School, Mr. Brian Martin.
Good evening. My name is Brian Martin, and it is my honor to be the principal of Ross High School. Normally at this time, I go through a series of instructions and other flowery type speech. But let me just start out by saying that I am so very glad that we are all able to be here together this evening. Tonight is a very exciting event for our graduates, and one in which they have earned the right to be seated before you. Tonight is a celebration of the academic accomplishments of our students. It is a different type of celebration than that of an athletic event. It is a different celebration than that of a musical competition or a drama presentation. It's a different celebration than homecoming or prom. I ask at this time that you take a minute to please silence your cell phones. I also ask that you refrain from sidebar conversations as this distracts from the enjoyment of all our guests. And I also ask that for the duration of the ceremony, of tonight's ceremony, that you please keep masks on at all times for the safety of everyone involved in tonight's event. The young people seated before you tonight have put in long hours and a lot of hard work to be here this evening. Let's join together to ensure that they have a commencement ceremony worth remembering. Now, it is with great pleasure that I introduce the president of the Ross High School class of 2021, Miss Alexis Dillingham.
Welcome to the 90th commencement ceremony for Ross High School. My name is Alexis Dillingham, and I'm the president of the class of 2021. It is with my pleasure to be here with you tonight. I would like to take a minute to introduce the people sitting on stage with me this evening. Please stand and remain standing as I introduce you. Audience, please hold your applause until all names have been called. Miss Heather Hayes, member of the Ross Local School Board. Mr. Brian Martin, principal of Ross High School. Miss Mackenzie Johnson, vice president of the class of 2021. Miss Rachel Miller, counselor at Ross High School. Miss Angie Raby, counselor at Ross High School. Mr. Sean Van Winkle, president of the Ross Local School Board. Miss Samantha Rutowski, counselor at Ross High School. Mr. Kenyon Cummings, dean of students at Ross High School. Miss Rebecca Tompkins, director of curriculum and instruction for the Ross Local School District. Mr. Steve Castater, director of pupil personnel for the Ross Local School District. Mr. John Kinzel, treasurer and CFO for the Ross Local School District. Miss Madison Mingus, secretary of the Ross High School class of 2021. Miss Katie Zaff, treasurer of the Ross High School class of 2021. Miss Emily Doblinger, assistant principal of Ross High School. Dr. Chad Conkle, superintendent of the Ross Local School District. Also joining us in the audience this evening are special guests and Ross Local School Board members Ed Bossy and Andrew Chanel, and Vice President Amy Webb, and Diane Parnell, Director of Special Services. Thank you for being with us on this very special occasion. Now it is with my pleasure to introduce Dr. Chad Conkle, Superintendent of Ross Local Schools.
It is my distinct honor to welcome you to the Ross High School 2020-2021 graduation ceremony. I would like to extend a special welcome to all the parents, grandparents, extended family members, and friends who have come tonight to celebrate this special event. You have poured years and years of love, protection, patience, discipline, and encouragement into the students we see here before us this evening. We recognize the investment that you have made and understand they could not have done it without your support and guidance. A sincere thank you to our Board of Education for their leadership and dedication to our district. Your commitment to the success of our district is second to none. Next, I would like to acknowledge all the educators who have touched the lives of these students. You have invested countless hours and sometimes even years of wisdom and knowledge into the next generation of learners. While I am admittedly biased, I know that we have the best of the best when it comes to educators and administrators. Our teachers and administrators care deeply about education and go to great lengths to ensure that all students are top quality graduates and are lifelong learners beyond graduation. It is their passion to see students reach this milestone. We have countless bus drivers, paraprofessionals, secretaries, food service workers, nurses, tech support, custodians that make Ross a better place for our students. They too are teachers in every sense of the word. Their hard work and commitment to the safety and emotional well-being of our students is without comparison. And of course, I must mention our incredible Ross community. Our community is filled with spirit and pride. Everywhere you look, you will see citizens donning spirit wear, and counting down the hours to the next school performance, the next athletic event, the next show choir performance, or music concert. You will see community members coming together to support our students. The Ross community is family. And that brings us to the reason for our gathering tonight, our incredible students, our incredible Ross family. This is your night. This is your moment. 13 years of studying, 13 years of homework, and 13 years of test taking, 13 years of early mornings and sometimes late evenings, 13 years of actively chasing this dream, this goal. Congratulations, you made it. Whether you live in downtown Ross, Shandon, Millville, State Line Road, or the Black Road area, you have come together to be a proud Ross Ram. Among us tonight, there are 133 college-bound students, 16 trade-bound students, 9 military-bound students, and $2.9 million in scholarship awards. Now that is very impressive. In the words of Leonardo da Vinci, quote, "Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets," unquote. So graduates, as you leave here this evening, I hope you take with you the desire for learning, no matter what your journey is. Learning will be a vital component of your success. Whether you're heading to college, going into the workforce, or going into the military, I can assure you that learning will be required. You will have to learn systems, schedules, job duties, instructions, and believe it or not, you'll have to learn how to work with people. Yes, you are a lifelong learner. The world is big, and I know that your dreams are even bigger. I'll leave you with this thought. Of all the learning that you will ever do, the most important learning will be the learning about yourself and growing as an individual. Take the time to evaluate and learn about your hopes, your goals, and your desires. Then, take that learning and put it into practice. You are a Ross Ram, and there's no limit to your possibility. I know that each of you has a bright future ahead. We are proud of you, and I know you accomplish great things. Again, congratulations. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Sarah Johnson, the valedictorian for the class of 2021.
Good evening. I would like to begin by congratulating everyone in the Ross High School's class of 2021. After a long school year of wearing masks, social distancing, canceled events, and non-traditional learning, we made it to the end of our high school careers. Even though our lives were significantly changed by the pandemic, we made the most out of the circumstances we were given and persisted through the challenges. I know we will come out of this stronger than we were before. We learned how to adapt and be flexible when life wasn't going exactly how we expected. In the face of adversity, we grew more resilient. We realized we can't take anything for granted and now have a new sense of appreciation for the little and big things in life. We did not let anything stop us from achieving our goals. While I am incredibly proud of us for what we have accomplished, I recognize that none of us did this on our own. First and foremost, I would like to thank all of the teachers at Ross. I have never met more caring or dedicated individuals in my life. I have seen you consistently go above and beyond for your students, especially during the pandemic. Words cannot express the gratitude I have for you. Next, I would like to thank my counselors, who were always eager to help me when I needed it and made me feel like I could do anything. I would also like to thank the high school administration for doing everything in their power to provide our class with the best opportunities we could have asked for. Our extracurricular activities were able to run, and our sports teams and performance groups were able to have a season. We could also attend a prom and this graduation ceremony in person, as well as spend the majority of the year in a classroom instead of online. All of this is representative of the commitment of the administration. Finally, I would like to thank my biggest supporters, my friends and family, especially my parents, who never doubted my abilities and constantly encouraged me to be the best version of myself possible. I sincerely appreciate everything you have done for me. Class of 2021, tonight as you celebrate your graduation, I hope you take some time to show your gratitude for the people who helped you get to this point. As we now begin to enter the world outside of Ross High School, I know we will take what we've learned inside and outside of the classroom and use it to our advantage. We have overcome a lot this past year, and we will be able to overcome any other hardship that comes our way in the future. I know that every one of you will go on to do something amazing, and I hope you all find happiness and fulfillment in what you choose to do. It was an honor to be able to share this time with you. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Assistant Principal, Mrs. Emily Doblinger.
My name is Emily Doblinger, and it is my pleasure to be the Assistant Principal of Ross High School. I am honored to be recognizing the student achievements of the 2021 graduating class. As I recognize each group of students, I ask that you please hold your applause until I have completed each group. The first group that will be recognized this evening are our departmental scholars. These students were nominated by their teachers as the top students in their representative departments. Students, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until all names have been read. Agriculture, Sam Lorai. Art, Chloe Rack. Business, Levi Grimm. English, Leanne Kraby. Exercise Science, Charlotte Spencer. Family and Consumer Science, Savannah Mueller. Health and Physical Education, Lauren Yule. Information Technology, Noah Cornelius. Integrated Studies, Austin Murray. Journalism, Kelly Dunn. Math, Sarah Johnson. Instrumental Music, Dominic Doyle. Vocal Music, Rio Price. Science, Hollis Schuler. Social Studies, Sarah Johnson. Technology Education, Riley Braunert. World Language, Willie Davidson. Yearbook, Tessa Gordley. Next, I would like to recognize all of the students graduating with an honors diploma. These students' names are denoted with a number 1 in your program. Students, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until all names have been called. Evan Ange, Victoria Arno, Caitlin Becker, James Booker, Ethan Boyle, Riley Braunert, Ashley Caudill, Lillian Clemo, Brendan Combs, Casey Kuzo, William Davidson, Nicholas Davis, Bruno D'Angelo, Alexis Dillingham, Grant Dunn, Kelly Dunn, Abigail Finger, Reagan Fry, Timothy Gibson, Elena Gillum, Carissa Gibson, Tessa Gordley, Levi Grimm, Jackson Hayes, Aiden Horan, Hannah Imhoff, Riley Ireland, Mackenzie Johnson, Sarah Johnson, Leanne Kraby, Nathan Latimer, Preston Lawson, Mackenzie May, Savannah Mueller, Elizabeth Nearing, Cassidy Norton, Samuel Nunn, Jacqueline Payne, Kayla Prosser, Joseph Shuttlecotty, Hollis Schuler, Garrett Shulkers, Jennifer Schwab, Ashley Shelton, Sierra Shelton, Mackenzie Smith, Ashley Sparks, Benjamin Spears, Grace Stanger, Lauren Yule, Abigail Webster, Kaylin Wetter, Lillian Welsh, Rebecca Young, Catherine Zeff. Next, we will recognize all of the members of the National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, Tri-M Music Honor Society, and Spanish National Honor Society from the graduating class of 2021. These students' names are denoted with a number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5 in your program. The 2021 NHS seniors: Riley Bronert, Casey Kuzo, William Davidson, Alexis Dillingham, Grant Dunn, Maria Emmons, Abigail Finger, Reagan Fry, Madison Gears, Timothy Gibson, Elena Gillum, Carissa Gibson, Tessa Gordley, Levi Grimm, Hannah Imhoff, Riley Ireland, Mackenzie Johnson, Sarah Johnson, Leanne Craby, Preston Lawson, Savannah Mueller, Elizabeth Naring, Samuel Nunn, Rio Price, Cassandra Rye, Hollis Schuler, Sierra Shelton, Mackenzie Smith, Benjamin Spears, Henry Summy, Ami Henderson, Jonathan Nienover, Henry Summy, J.C. Miller, Amber Caudill, Dominic Doyle, Levi Grimm, Savannah Jarvis, Sarah Johnson, Leanne Craby, Ellie Nearing, Jacqueline Payne, Rio Price, Jennifer Schwab, Kaylin Wetter, and Lily Welsh. Timothy Gibson, Riley Ireland, Kayla Prosser, and Reagan Fry. Amidst the recognition for academic excellence this evening, we also want to recognize those students who have gone above and beyond to dedicate themselves to coming to school each and every day. This year, we have 3 students who have had perfect attendance all 4 years of high school. As I call your name, please stand. Brendan Combs, Ben Spears, Henry Summy. As is the case every year, the graduating seniors of the class of 2021 have been offered millions of dollars in scholarships. Would those students who were offered scholarships please stand and be recognized at this time? Additionally, through the College Credit Plus program, this group of seniors has already earned 672 semester hours of college credit throughout their high school career. Would those students who earned college credit while in high school please stand to be recognized at this time? Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Salutatorian for the class of 2021, Mr. Hollis Schuler.
Good evening. So, this Monday, I was chilling at my kitchen counter and finishing my plans for college and studying for my AP exam the next day when I got a call. I immediately assumed this call was a spam or a junk call, so I began cooking up my response to, "Your life insurance policy is about to expire." However, to my surprise, when I picked up the phone, Mr. Martin was calling me. So you can imagine the double take I did right then and there. He told me in 36 hours from when he called me, I'd have to give a speech, and it'd have to be about 2 to 3 minutes long. My immediate reaction would be, what knowledge could I impart on 1,500 people in 2 to 3 minutes that would leave them both motivated and inspired for the future? Well, 2 to 3 minutes is about 150 seconds long, and to me, 150 seconds is a long time. For me, I could run half a mile or catch a quick power nap in calculus in 150 seconds. And the Ross community, too, could do a lot in 150 seconds. The FFA could pull up in their tractors to bring your tractor to school day. The girls 4x8 competing at regionals today, they could run 1,100 meters. G-Foods could load hundreds of pounds of food onto trucks. Life is made up of all the smaller moments. A teacher can stop and help a student and make the difference between success and failure. A coach can recognize an athlete for any achievement, no matter how small, and give them the drive and the courage to keep on pushing. A friend can reach out to another friend and make the difference between a good and a bad day. No matter how small a moment is, it truly makes a difference in someone's life. Life is all just a bunch of small moments with a few big ones thrown in too. We have already been creating our stories 150 seconds at a time, but today, I invite you all to join me in working together to enhance someone else's life 150 seconds at a time. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce our principal, Mr. Brian Martin. Love you too.
Okay. I want to make you aware of a situation, a special situation that we have tonight. One of our seniors, Nick Davis, is probably at this moment, actually, hopefully he's on his way back at this moment, but he's at the regional track and field championships trying to qualify for state. So he qualified for regionals in 2 events, the pole vault and the 300 hurdles. So he was going to go up there, compete in the pole vault, try to make it back for a portion of the ceremony, then leave again and return to the meet to try to qualify for state in another event, the 300 hurdles. The reason I tell you this is because I told Nick, hey, whenever you get here, just come up to the front, position yourself by Mr. Smith, let him know you're here, we'll read your name, get you your diploma so you can get back on the road. I just didn't want anybody to become alarmed that it was a disgruntled student unhappy with the English grade that Mr. Smith gave them. So I wanted you to be aware. As we do each year, I would like to recognize a few very special groups of people who are very important to the members of the graduating class of 2021. Would all former, current, and future members of the United States Armed Forces please stand and be recognized at this time? Thank you for your service to our great nation. What this next group has done over the past 14 months has been nothing short of extraordinary. I'm fortunate enough to live with the greatest teacher in the world. I may be a little biased, To see what she and our staff have done over the past year plus to serve the social, emotional, and academic needs of our students has been incredible. Would all Ross Local School District staff who have worked with these graduates during their educational journey please stand and be recognized at this time? One additional educator or former educator that we would like to recognize is Mrs. Horn, Mrs. Lori Horn. Mrs. Horn was a teacher at Morgan Elementary for 34 years. Until COVID hit last year, Mrs. Horn had attended somewhere in the neighborhood of 33 consecutive Ross graduation ceremonies. Tonight, the last group of students that she taught at Morgan Elementary before she retired will walk across the stage and get their diplomas. And we are very pleased that she was able to join us tonight as our special guest. Mrs. Horn, please stand for a round of applause. Seniors, for the past 4 years, we have talked about what we do. How many times have you sat in the pack or in a class meeting and been reminded that we do what we do, and it doesn't matter what any other school does? We don't care about what the blue school does or the green school does or anyone else in the area because we do what we do. What we're really talking about is our culture. Ross has a special culture, and that culture allowed you to stare a global pandemic in the face this year and say, we do what we do. And you excelled at everything. Athletic championships, band went back to state, show choir won best vocals at every competition, singing through masks. National merit recognition, a U.S. News and World Report Best High School again, scholarship offers and recognition, and despite all of the hardship, we're going to have another nearly perfect graduation rate. We do what we do. No amount of adversity can derail your culture if it's strong enough. COVID cannot impact our culture. Quarantine cannot impact our culture. Masks cannot impact our culture. Spray paint cannot impact our culture. We do what we do. And seniors, you have done it very well. Class of 2021, it has been my honor to serve as your principal. As you prepare to receive your diplomas, please know that I am so very proud of you. I love you very much. Good luck and God bless. Dr. Conkle, Mr. Van Winkle, members of the Board of Education, parents, staff, and guests, it is my pleasure to present to you the Ross High School class of 2021. As their principal, I certify that each candidate has met all of the requirements as set forth by the Ohio Department of Education and the Ross Local School District. Now, you can. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Sean Van Winkle, President of the Ross Local School Board.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. My name is Sean Van Winkle. I am the Board President of the Ross Local Schools. It is my distinct honor on behalf of the Board to accept the class of 2021 and to certify them eligible to receive their diplomas, having met all requirements through the state of Ohio and the Ross Local School District. Thank you to the best teachers and staff in Butler County for preparing these students for the next steps in their lives. Congratulations to the students and families. Best wishes and good luck to each member of the class of 2021. Please allow me to introduce Mr. Brian Smith, who will assist in the presentation of the diplomas.
Alexis Bryn Dillingham. Mackenzie Shea Johnson. Madison Elizabeth Mingus. Catherine Elizabeth Zaff. Robert Mitchell Ahrens. Christine Tia Lee Alexander. Jacob Tyler Allen. Kenneth Matthew Allen. Kendall Jen Anderson. Evan Anthony Ange. Skylar Marie Angel. Rebecca Ann Armstrong. Victoria Rosemary Arno. Dalton Scott Ashcraft. Jared Nelson Ashcraft. Destiny Victoria Ayers. Wolfgang Robert Bacher. Dylan Michael Bailey. Caitlin Ann Becker. Bryce Stephen Bell. Jake Benson Bernath. Jackson Tyler Beskey. Marissa Sue Bladen. Trent Christopher Blair. Matthew Darren Blaylock. James Michael Booker. Samantha Claire Bowman. Ethan Carl Boyle. Cameron Joshua Michael Bowes. Lisa Renee Brandenburg. Mason Xavier Braun. Benjamin William Breaker. Nathan Michael Brewer. Riley Ann Bronert. Megan Kylie Brown. Connor Ray Burcham. Elizabeth Regina Burkett. Austin Robert Burns. Sydney Shea Burns. Robert Wallace Casto. Amber Renee Caudill. Ashley Nicole Caudill. Nicholas Andrew Shernock. Lynn Michelle Cholkus. Allison Ada Marie Clark. Lillian Marie Clemo. Erica Marie Cole. Michaela Ann Collins. Brendan Hunter Combs. Hunter Jacob Cornelius. Noah James Cornelius. Spencer James Burtz. Haley Nicole Courts. Casey Michael Kuzo. William Christopher Davidson. Timothy James Davis. Bruno Paul D'Angelo. Jaylene Lynn Dowers. Dominic Michael Doyle. Grant Harris Dunn. Kelly Jane Dunn. Zachary Randall Durbin. Morgan Haley Durham. Caitlin Haley Dye. Maria Nicole Emmons. Eric Anthony Eschenbrenner. Ryan William Felix. Colton Joseph Fields. Stephanie Leanne Fields. Abigail Grace Finger. Adam Maxwell Fisher. Gabriel Howard Follick. Reagan McKenna Fry. Mackay Montgomery Gaines. Madison Lynn Gears. Vivian Lynn Gettle. Timothy Morgan Gibson. Jackson Earl Gifford. Elena Grace Gillum. Carissa Lynn Gibson. Grace Elizabeth Goins. Tessa June Gordley. Levi Grady Grimm. Tyler Dakota Gross. Bailey Grace Gannell. Savannah Lee Haddix. Brady Scott Holm. Nolan Christopher Hansel. Alexis Marie Hardwick. Payson Lane Harris. Jason Scott Harvey. Molly Jean Havlin. Jackson Noah Hayes. Whitley Rachelle Hyde. Austin Jean Ann Helfrich. Ami Nicole Henderson. Jade Nicole Lynn Henry. Hayduke Lance Hess. Aiden Frederick Haran. Hannah Marie Imhoff. Riley K. Ireland. Christopher Richard Jackson. Noah Ryan Jackson Huddleston. Savannah Marie Jarvis. Brooke Elizabeth Jenkins. Sarah Nicole Johnson. Aubrey Ray Jordan. Susie Michelle Colick. Curtis Joseph Kyleholes. McKenna Marie Kelly. Kayla Michelle Kemplin. Trent Jonathan Kist. Leanne Virginia Kraby. Gabriel Matthew Creedy. Samuel Joseph Lairson. Isaac Lee Lambert. Hayden Thomas Lanter. Victoria Lara. Nathan Wayne Latimer. Preston Ray Lawson. Hayden Dean Lee. William Richard Lee. Brady Allen Logan. Kenna Grace Lohman. Samuel Lucas Lori. Jesse Lee Loneker. Haley Nicole Lauer. Mackenzie Rose May. Megan Elizabeth McCoy. Anna Marie McDonald. Tanner Jude Mealy. Jasmine Melissa Nicole Miner. Zachary Mitchell Metz. Austin Wayne Meyer. JC Faye Miller. William Franklin Mischke II. Joseph Tyler Moore. Zake Caden Morell. Hunter Andrew Morton. Savannah Elizabeth Mueller. Caleb Isaac Mullins. Austin Lee Murray. Summer Whitney Murray. Elizabeth Colleen Naring. Hunter Patrick Neal. John Mary Albert Nerswick. Cassidy Brianne Norton. Samuel Kenneth Nunn. Jonathan Sampson O'Connell. Braden Chase Owen. Dylan Charles Parker. Caitlin Brianna Patterson. Jacqueline Renee Payne. Griffin Lee Peacock. Alexis Paige Peters. Alexia Nicole Place. Jarrett Gregory Prater. Rio Lily Price. Kayla Marie Prosser. Chloe Ray Rack. Jessica Ann Rom. Vincent Anthony Ron. Casey Thomas Redemeyer. Adrian Rose Rennick. Charles Ian Carlos Reynolds. Holton Daniel Lee Richards. Miranda Michaela Lynn Richardson. Quentin Lee Rickett. Caden Owen Rogers. Cassandra Elizabeth Rye. Callie Catherine Schmidt. Matthew David Schneeberger. Joseph Paul Shuttlecotty. Trent Eugene Schreibeis. Evan Matthew Schroer. Hollis Alexander Schuler. Garrett Allen Shulkers. Jennifer Elizabeth Schwab. Nicholas Daniel Schwab. Ashley Lynn Shelton. Sarah Faith Shelton. Alyssa Michelle Sizemore. Cody Blake Smith. Mackenzie Ryan Smith. Tanner Lee Smith. Ashley Renee Sparks. Burton Taylor Spalding. Benjamin Andrew Spears. Charlotte Louise Spencer. Ryan James Springer. Shaylin Grace Stanifer. Brandon Lee Starr. Grace Helen Stenger. Maxwell Wolfgang Stepanak. Connor Randall Strom. Henry James Summy. Alexandra Noel Taylor. Paige Ryan Tolke. Logan Andrew Tompkins. Gabrielle Marie Truman. Annie Elizabeth Turco. Lauren Ashley Yule. Brandon Evan Vadnais. Anthony Vittorio Valentino. Matthew Allen Vogel. Daniel Von Trotha. Abigail May Webster. Kaylin Elizabeth Campbell Wetter. Lillian Marie Welsh. Lily Jean Westerfield. Rebecca Ann Young. Nicholas Edward Davis.
In case you didn't catch that, Nick's going to state.
Will everyone please rise and join in the singing of the Alma Mater?
My name is Madison Mingus, and I am secretary for the class of 2021.
My name is Katie Zaff, and I'm the treasurer for the class of 2021.
Seniors, you may turn your tassels.